Hey guys, what's going on? It's News, and today I'm going to do a deck guide on this Graveyard Cycle deck with Ice Golem and Poison in it. And I just have to say this deck is really good if you learn how to use it properly. And it's actually not that hard of a deck to learn. It's pretty basic. And the cards, sometimes the thing that makes a deck hard to learn is the specific cards in it, or the way that the deck operates. And this deck is pretty basic, so it's not terribly difficult to learn and get good with it. So I guess we'll start off with the win condition, which is a graveyard. And it's just, graveyard is one of those cards that when you play it right and you catch your opponent off guard, it easily takes a tower. And it works really well in combination with the poison. And the reason why is because it kills goblins, minions, goblin gang, bomber, archers. It even kills Mega Minion, wizard, musketeer. So all in all, it just kills almost all good graveyard counters. Because things like Bowler doesn't kill, but they don't actually prevent the graveyard from getting damaged. So you'll still get like 300 to 500 damage off with your graveyard. Skeletons help cycle the deck. All in all, really good card. They do a lot of damage, and in combination with cannon, they can easily take down hog riders, pekkas, giants, golems, you name it. They're really good at taking down tanks, and cannon is obviously really good against hog riders, which I see a lot of. It's okay. The cannon is okay against things like giant, and the way that you do it against big push is you preferably don't want your opponent get a big push off, but you can use cannon and Mega Minion and archers and also the skeletons and just cycle through all of these until you get back to your cannon. Log is the only card. No, well, this is the only legendary card that can actually be replaced in this deck. So you can probably replace it with Zap or maybe arrows, but honestly, Log works in this deck, but Zap works just as effectively. It doesn't kill Goblin Gang, for example, or higher level goblins, but it can hit air, I guess, so that's a pro. So you can I guess, if your Zap is high level enough, it can do good damage against a minion horde and stop that from reaching your tower if it gets sent in by itself. The Log, all in all, though, it's really good at countering things like Princess, Dark Goblin, that kind of stuff. Ice Golem, pretty self-explanatory. You use it to tank for graveyard, and sometimes when people send in elite barbarians, you want to use it on defense. Preferably, though, I like to actually use the skeletons, because it takes like 4 seconds until the elite barbarians burn through the skeletons, and they do good damage, and it gives you time to place something like a Mega Minion or the archers, or if you really have to use the cannon, but I prefer not to, just because it's my only building in this deck. But you can cycle back to it pretty quickly with it being 2.9 elixir. And archers, just really good. You can split them in the back if you've got like full elixir and you don't know what to do with it, and you've got like a cannon, log, and poison. Then you can if you got these 3 cards in your hand and you have archers, you just play archers. Or you have Ice Golem. So yeah, let's hop into some battles. I'm at 3550 trophies, so let's get into it. Facing someone with an Asian name from an Asian clan. Thumbs up, good luck. Oh no. This is gonna be a very, very difficult game. Huh. Oh no. Archers. They actually take care of that pretty well. This is a tough game. Three Musketeers is very hard to go up against. Especially if you don't have something like a fireball or some sort of really good splash unit like Boulder that can deal with them. Your only thing that can actually kill them effectively is the poison, which you would prefer not to use. Okay, so he's got like some sort of log bait deck. It's interesting for sure. I think this was a mistake by him. He should definitely not have played those. He also didn't know I had the Musketeer there. Or the poison spell, so. Oh, really? So far, not a terribly great start. Well, it's not even a start, but. Alright, we take down the tower. Alright, oh. My Mega Minion gets slaughtered. Oh no. I'm calling GG here. Yeah, there's no way I can win against this. Level 9 Musketeers are pretty impressive. So I guess that's an example of a hard counter. Nothing too interesting. So that would be probably the most difficult deck to face up against. I would say this deck pairs up really well against Hog Rider decks because you have cannon in it. Facing against Coco from China. He's a level 11 player. Wish him good luck. Okay. This is interesting. Usually don't see people playing Goblin Hut. If he places something on the left, I'll definitely be able to... Oh my god. It's as though he were waiting for me to poison it. And this is the kind of thing with graveyards. Sometimes it's not about getting Hog Rider. And for stuff like that, I'd gladly use skeletons because you cycle your deck and you prevent like 300 damage because the wizard can do a lot of damage to a King Tower. I think he does like 250-ish damage a shot at like level 8. So it's not bad. That's interesting for sure. It's definitely not going to be easy. Okay. I may not have needed the archers here. Put the cannon. Multiple Mega Minions. And here, when I put the poison down, see, I got his archers, which is his main counter to the graveyard, like the only real counter he has. That push got basically 1,000 damage off. which, when you think about it, is actually really good. Okay, use the log. This is why this deck can sometimes be really iffy, is because it has very not great defense. Okay. I don't even care if I don't get the Goblin Hut, because that's not my main. That's not really what I'm trying to aim for here. I just want to kill as many things as possible. Now it's just cycling back to my poison. As long as I can hold them up. Cannon. GG, well played. Whew. Okay, so that was intense. 31 trophies and a silver chest. I'll quickly open this. And okay. So yeah, as you saw, this deck did pretty well against the Hog Rider, because as soon as you would place it, I would get the cannon. Even though he had, I think, level 8 Hog Rider. Oop. Yeah, he had a level 8 Hog Rider, which is... My cannon's only level 9, because I choose not to upgrade it, because I want to spend my gold on other stuff. But it definitely does... It does good. So I'm going for 1 or 2 more matches, depending on how it goes. So something like this, I usually like to do archers, because if they place elite barbarians, I at least have a counter in my skeletons. He does the same thing. In this case, my archers should actually win the fight. I also had nothing else to place. See, this is a bad spot for me, because I don't want to place the cannon. Okay, never mind, I want to place the cannon. See, now I'm debating whether I actually... Yeah, I'm going to place my graveyard here, and then just... Okay, so... I was probably a little bit too late, but we still got good we got a little bit over 1,000 damage. 1,400 damage off on that left tower, and he got a few hundred damage, like 300 damage. I'm very tempted. If that were on the left tower, I definitely would have poisoned that, but it's not worth it to poison it all by itself. I'd rather get value for my poison by killing troops. So, okay. And that is a very good unit trade. And he places his Mega Minion into it. So something like that, even if it's not on the tower, see, I still took down the tower, even though he had a skeleton army. But it's just too juicy to give up. So he places another pump. See, that was good for me, because I got to take out the pump, the archers, so that's already... Well, the pump is usually somewhere around the neutral trade. But so far, this is going pretty good. And we're already killing the golem. Here, I'm just trying to lure away the Mega Minion. That was probably not the best placement for my Ice Golem, but that's okay. Wow, I did not see that coming. This should be okay, though. Ice Golem. GG, well played. That was very close. Alright. So I'm going to say that we go in for one more match. Yeah, props to... I'm going to open this, because I want to get a gold chest. So that when I go to sleep, I can get the maximum time. Facing up against Tinorox. I don't really like to start with the Mega Minion, but in this case it wouldn't have mattered. Here I don't really have much else. So I either have to play archers or he has to play. Here I'm just going to split them in the front and try and go for a push. This is good. He places Golem really far up, so even if it does explode, it won't actually get a lot of damage off. Here, if he places anything else, I can log it. Alright, it'll do just enough damage. The start wasn't super strong, but I don't think he should have started off with that. Because now I can start off with my graveyard. Now I can poison. A lot of those skeletons will die because he has a level 9 golem. Ice golem. Alright, but in the end they still got tons of damage off and we still take the tower. Because he underestimated the amount of skeletons left. He saw, okay, well I have... Alright, distract the Electro Wizard. I'm not really afraid of that damage. I would have been taking 2 extra. Otherwise it would have been another 2 elixir. Here I'm going to place the Ice Golem so that any supporting units he has get soaked up. I don't really know what he was going for with that, but... Here I'm just going to go for another push. Because if he doesn't defend, he's toast. Alright. So this match looks pretty good. What he doesn't know, though, is that I almost have it again. Alright. We definitely ended up cutting it short, but it's really worth it if you can let someone... I like being nice, but that's me. If I'm taking a tower, like, I'll do this when I 3-crown people, is that when I'm sure that I'm going to take the tower, I try and do my best to not defend one tower. When it's something like a Hog Rider push where I know they'll take 1 tower, but that's just about it, and then I just 3-crown them. But that's just me being nice, because I know the struggle of having to get the crown chest. So yeah, we're going to end this deck guide off at 3,600 trophies. I hope you enjoy the deck. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. I'm happy to answer any questions that you have. If you don't have log, use a zap, it's okay. Or if you don't have zap at a particularly high level, use arrows. You could use fireball, but the poison and fireball serve the same purpose, so... Yeah, I'm gonna leave it here. If you did enjoy, feel free to leave a like, and I'll see you in the next video.